I really love cash stuffing. It just makes it a physical thing that you can see that you're saving. You can see it growing, and it's a constant reminder of your goals. To me, that's why I specifically like cash stuffing. You can't overdraft when you have just cash. When the money is gone in the envelope, the money is gone. You don't have to worry about overdraft fees. You don't have to worry about them pulling money from your next paycheck. You know what I mean? Because it's just stress-free. Hi everybody, thanks for clicking on this video and welcome. If you're new here, I experiment with different budgeting styles, savings goals, and I share what I learned along the way. My goal here is to make managing money as easy to follow and fun as can be, because budgeting doesn't have to be boring. Okay, so today is payday. I did end up getting paid on Monday, so my job was able to correct that and I got paid on Monday. So I was able to take out cash. Unfortunately, I did explain to you guys last time, I have the bank that I was using, they're closing at 4 o'clock. Well, I don't get off until 4. So when I went to the bank to get my cash out that I budgeted, I had to get just $20 bills. And then thankfully I had 2 cash envelopes here still that I was able to make change out of. So this is what we're going to stuff today. I'm going to stuff my cash wallet, and I do have some sinking funds and savings to save for. But I wanted to show you a few things that changed about my budget, unfortunately. Then I did mention in my payday budget that I needed a new car battery, $215. So I got to thinking about that, and I'm like, I think that might be a little bit too much. So my mother, thankfully, I mentioned it to her that I needed a new battery. She's like, why don't you stop by, Advanced Auto or one of those places to see if they can hook up your battery or your car, just to make sure that's what it is. And I'm like, I've been having to jump my car with my little electric car starter like every day. It's got to be the battery. But at 35 years old, I've learned that your mom is always right. So sure enough, I took it to one of those places. They hooked it up, and it was not my battery. My battery was completely fine, so I would have replaced it for no reason. So they told me it was something with the starter. So I'm like, oh my God, this is going to cost so much. So I took it to the shop, and today they fixed it, and it was only $215. I shouldn't say only. It was literally exactly $214. So exactly what I would have paid for the battery was how much the car repair was. So I cannot complain. I am not upset. I am very happy that it was something small and simple, just a small part that needed to be replaced. And of course, you pay the diagnostic fee and the labor, but I am fine with that. They were able to get me in and out the same day. No complaints, because I got stuff to do tomorrow. So very fortunate where that goes. Second, I did decide that, okay, so for those of you that are new, I had a furnace repair. Unexpectedly, furnace broke, over $6,000, which is way more than I had. Well, $1,000 or some change more than I had saved for emergency funds. So I'm trying to build that back up, and also trying to pay off the credit card that I used to pay that with. So I did end up emptying almost my entire emergency fund. So there was $4,000 in there. There was actually, right here, I put it down, $5,088.14, just because some interest accrued in there. Thank you for SoFi. If you're interested in a high yield savings account, I highly suggest SoFi. I have a link in all of my description boxes. You get $25 and I get a reward too. But literally, even without that, I do still recommend having a high yield savings account. Anyway, I didn't want to leave it completely empty just in case something else pops up. So I just took out $4,088.14. And with that $47.53 that I had in rewards, I have made a total payment of $4,135.67, which it hurts to come out, but it feels good to pay that off, if that makes sense. Oh, my nails are terrible. Don't look. You have no choice, right? What else are you going to look at? Anyway, my Discover balance was $64.40.15. I made a payment of $41.35.67, and now I have a balance of $23.04.48. So I made that payment mostly because I took a huge credit ding. I'm not usually a credit card user. Literally, I haven't had more than like $300 on my credit card in a long time, at least not that I can remember. I think since my daughter was young, when I relied on credit cards heavily, which I totally get. So I was able to dig myself out of that, and now I just got to dig myself out of this. So since I made that payment, I did not make this $82 Discover payment that I had planned for my budget. I was debating about whether to use it for the microwave, but I already have a separate budget for that. We do need a new one. It's completely dead now. So I decided that I was going to combine that $82 and the $9 that I saved from utilities. Utilities I thought was going to be $206, and it was only $196.79. So there was a few dollars left. I decided to take that and pay off Affirm. So Affirm was $69.11. Thought it was going to be more, but apparently I saved some interest. So it was $69.11. I paid that off, and then I used the $20 extra dollars for my student loan. Yes, that is back again. I received a letter today saying that I have a bill, which last month I took it out of my budget completely because I'm like, I don't have to pay it anymore. They've deferred it because I'm back into school, but no, apparently since I dropped that one class, I have to pay my student loans again. But that's fine. That's fine. You know, they're like, if you pick up another class, same thing with my employer. My employer helps pay for college, and I'm not taking another class. They're like, you'll get more money if you take another class. I'm not doing it to myself. I can't. I already know yourself. I'm just going to stress myself out more if I do that, and I'm not in a rush. So we'll get there. So with all those updates, yeah, we made it work. I mean, that's all I'm trying to say. I wanted to show you guys that because there are ways that you can, you know, fool around with your budget. Thankfully, these things popped up right at the beginning of my payday because I was able to move some things around that weren't completely necessities. All right, so let's get to cash stuffing. So I'm gonna get started. Essentials is gonna get $40 instead of the $50 that I planned. And that's because I used $10 to take an Uber to the car place. And it was only $10. It was really $11, but it's not far. I could have walked, but it's snowing here still. Do you want to build a snowman? No. Oh. Shopping gets $50. Oh, I didn't count how much I had. Let me show you guys how much I had. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 94, 405, 410, 415, 420. So we took out 420 from the bank. Okay, so I explained the essentials. I could use let me bring my little dish back. Oh, I've missed you, my friend. Since I have not been cash stuffing, I haven't been using this thing, and I'm so excited to be back cash stuffing. I know it seems like stupid to some of you probably, but it has become a fun thing for me to do. It just is, and it helps me save money, so that's a bonus. Okay, shopping is getting $50. And I like to mix up the denominations. It helps me spend less, but unfortunately I had to do what I had to do with these this time. Dining out, I decided to give it only $70 instead of $75. I think I put that extra $5 towards the buffer for my bill account, or it went to that Affirm payment. Not sure, or the student loan. I don't know, but we put less in here. That was less of a priority. Kids is not getting anything. This is for my daughter, just for anything that I wanted to purchase her outside of what she can purchase herself. Oh, miscellaneous. Miscellaneous has that $19 that I'm going to save. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So this is from last payday. It wasn't all in miscellaneous, but I just threw it there to save it. So miscellaneous this week is getting $20. Figure out what I'll do with that other after. Emergency, this is just my buffer for cash in case I run out of cash for any reason and I need more. I can use that, or in case there's something that I need to purchase that I don't keep in my wallet, I can use that and then just replace the funds there. Entertainment is getting $20. Toys. So toys, I am going to purchase some Easter baskets for my great niece and nephews. And I just wanted to have this in cash so that we could go do that, me and my daughter. So we're putting $40 in there. And that came from a sinking fund. Toy sinking fund. And this is April A. So first paycheck of April for me. Gift and giving don't seem to last in there too long, but that's okay. That's for receipts. What else? Wait a second. Okay, this is for receipts. And then back to the bank, this is for anything that I purchase online that belongs to one of these categories. So if I do online shopping, which I have a limit, this is the limit of $50 that I have for the next 2 weeks. So if I spend anything out of this online, then I take it out of the envelope and I bring it back to the bank to replace the money that I used. And then I have to fit somewhere $70 for the microwave. I need an extra envelope. Let's use households. That makes sense, right? I think it makes sense. All right, forget to use that. 20, 40, 60. So this is what I have budgeted for a new microwave. It's $70. It might be a bit too much or it might be too little, but we're gonna try to stay within budget. It seemed to me reasonable midpoint for a microwave. I think we can figure it out then. And you know what's funny is I was about to buy a battery from Walmart this week. And you know, God was like, nope, because that's not even what's wrong. So I don't have to go shop at Walmart. Now it's sinking fun time. I'm excited. Okay, so let me see what I have. So I have graduation that I want to contribute to, emergency fund, my fund, and car emergency. And I think they're all in my my always fund binder, which is this one. I did put a few more in here because I have an updated cheat sheet since I had to add student loan back in there. Always fund, let me explain this to you if you're new. This is a binder that I keep for items that I want to contribute to every time that I get paid. I have a lot of binders, so not everything is going to be a priority. So these are the important ones that I want to get money every single time. So hopefully I have the ones that I decided to put in this paycheck, because that happened before I did this. Yes, graduation is in here. So these little envelopes, they were right a couple months ago when I was still doing this last year. They are not correct right now. So for now, I'm just gonna throw these in there and I will have to pick a day where I can revamp these. Anyway, graduation is getting $30. I usually like to put more in there, but we have some other priorities. Emergency fund, since we have to pump that back up, it hurts a little to have to use these. It hurts a little, and then I have to take off this completed one. It's okay. We'll get back there. We'll get back there. Okay, and then my envelope, I give myself, it's usually $25 to $30, but I'm gonna give myself 25. Again, ignore the trackers. They are wrong as of right now. And what's last? Car emergency. Here it is. Also, it met the $1,000 goal, but I have realized that I'm gonna need more than that. So we're putting 25 in there. I mean, I always knew I was gonna need more. If you're a longtime subscriber, you knew that I said that I was gonna need more. But I was satisfied with 1,000 for now. But I have an old car, like, it's real old. Muy viejo. But it's okay. I'm happy with it. It's running. It's in pretty good shape. And I don't need anything fancy. I never have, and I won't say I never will, because who knows? I might make it big one day. Anyway, all right. So that is all of those envelopes. Now I have to figure out what I want to do with this money. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We have $19 left. I think I'm going to add some to our 100 envelope, since you know, this is just kind of an extra, a bonus thing that I don't hardly get to contribute to. But let's do the 12, because it's right in the middle of the ones I haven't completed yet. That blue is much more pretty. Maybe I should start following the outlines. So I made this. I used to, well, I made this, and I also made this. I made everything that's in here out of all Dollar Tree products. So it was a fun thing to do. It makes it more fun. And then I made these all different. All the envelopes have a different little design on them. So it is fun to see, because I made this like a long time ago, like a couple years. Well, you can see that video. I do have a video showing you how I did it. So you can just check out my page. I think it's probably under like budget tips and tricks. But 12 is filled. Perfect. Put that back in there before I lose it, because I will. Should we give money to? Let's give it to my daughter. Let's give her money, because I give her, every time she makes 90 or above in a class, she gets $10 for each. So this is gonna need some more money. There's some money. Most of these, almost all, are in SoFi, but I'm just going back to cash. So I'm gonna be adding the cash to the envelopes again. And then when I get to enough money, you'll see me do what's called a cash condensing, which is just so that I can make these envelopes smaller. So after you've done this for a while, they get pretty thick and the binder gets pretty thick. So, and plus just for safety, I like to take most of it back and put it in the bank, also so that it can gain interest. So there's many reasons that I do that, but I really love cash stuffing. It just makes it a physical thing that you can see that you're saving, you can see it growing, and it's a constant reminder of your goals. To me, that's why I specifically like cash stuffing. But you know, I suggest it, especially if you're not good at budgeting. The cash envelopes, if you're not going to do the savings, that's fine, but the cash envelopes are a major money saver, because you can't spend more than what's in there. I was just talking to my daughter about credit, you know, what credit means in overdrafts, because we opened her first bank account, and I'm like, make sure you don't overdraft. So before you spend any money, take a look, check and see how much you have. But that's why I say you should use cash envelopes, which I think she will do, because you can't overdraft when you have just cash. When the money is gone in the envelope, the money is gone. You don't have to worry about overdraft fees. You don't have to worry about them pulling money from your next paycheck. It's your money and you want to use it now. But you know what I mean? Because it's just stress-free, especially if you're not good with money. You know, those overdraft fees are like $40. That's ridiculous. Crazy. But, you know, you are spending money that's not yours, so I kind of get it. All right, that's pretty much it for me today. I don't think there's anything else that I have to talk to you guys about. Do you have a retirement savings? If you don't, I get it. Seriously, I do. But it is very important. If you've ever seen, what's his name? Caleb? Okay, his name is Caleb Hammer. Go check out his videos. He kind of talks to people who are having financial difficulties, and he is harsh, but it is so, most of the time it's funny. Sometimes it's sad to see people's situations.
And sometimes it's like, you know, you shouldn't have spent your money on that. You know you didn't have money for that.
He always says that if you don't save for retirement, you're depending on your kids or someone else to take care of you, and that's not their responsibility. So when you get older, you have to have money stashed away. You just have to. You just have to. We never know what's going to happen with Social Security. It just, to me, is very scary to know where we're going to be by the time I retire, and especially our kids. But that's another topic for another day. All right. Thank you so much. I hope you consider cash stuffing it if it's not something that you do. If you do it, let me know how your progress is going this year. It's a whole new year. I mean, it doesn't really feel like it because it's already April, but this year is flying. Anyway, let me know how you're doing this year and what you did if you had to use your emergency fund, because I know I am going to have to start all over, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll get there. All right. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. And I want you to always remember it is about progression and not about perfection. Thanks for watching. Happy saving, savers. Bye.